Hey guys, what's up? It's Giancarlo here, and today we're going to be doing a top 10 video of every gun in Call of Duty. We won't be doing multiplayer because it's good. It'll be too long. It's already like over 10 minutes long, so it'll be too long. So let's get on to the number 10 spot. So number 10 we got the Echo. The Echo is definitely my favorite shotgun, but it has some downsides. Why it's not like number 9, number 8. As you can see here, its range is really bad, but it has a lot of ammo and it can one tap at close range, but you'll mostly be 2 tapping or 3 tapping. So the main reason I like it is because it has a high ammo capacity and fire rate. And in my opinion, it is definitely the best shotgun in the game. If you're more of a rusher, this is the best one for you. But if you're more of a not super rushy, I guess, then go for like a by 15 or like a KRM, maybe an H21. But number 9 on the list is, I believe, hold on, this is pre-recorded, by the way. All the audio is being pre-recorded because I can't record the gameplay with the audio because it's not working right now. But number 9 is the BK-57. BK-57 has a high fire rate and ammo capacity, which makes it really good, and it's mainly used for mid to close range because it has a really good damage and fire rate and ammo capacity, so that's why it's number 9 on the list. But I love the iron sights as well, and especially the nuclear fallout camo is amazing, stunning. But it has some flaws. The recoil is a bit high, and it's not really my first choice for a close range weapon, because I would go for an SMG or something. But it definitely does some work, you know? But as you can hear, that's just a base magazine too, so you don't even have an extended magazine. But now, number 8 spot goes to the new gun, the FFAR 556, I believe. And I think that's what it's called. But in my opinion, it's the FAMAS, but I like to call it the FFAR from Cold War, and FR 556 from Modern Warfare, which is the FAMAS Modern Warfare, but you know. My build on it is mainly for recoil and ADS blow spread accuracy, because that's what really flaws in this. And I put the bipod on it because for drop shotting, you have such good recoil control, because it gives 15% when you're crouching or prone, which is laying down. So, and that's the most recoil. That's the most recoil you can get vertically. Oh no, it's just vertical and horizontal because it just says recoil. So it's a 30% in recoil control, pretty much. 15 in horizontal, 15 in vertical. But as you can see here, its damage and ammo capacity is not high. I didn't have enough ammo to kill that guy, and at range, it took me almost half my magazine. So it's definitely more of a close to mid-range weapon, just like the BK. But that's not really what you're using ARs for, so that's why it's only number 8 on the list. But the upsides is the iron sight is pretty good, and its fire rate is amazing, and the recoil control with the bipod, if you remember how to crouch, it's really, really good. And my build for it is really good for that mid-range combat. I'm not using it for close range that much. I'm using it for mostly mid-range. And now we can move on to the number 8 on the list, the SKS. Okay, so the SKS isn't released when I was recording this. I don't think it's gonna be released anytime soon. It's gonna be released like in a couple days or so. So I couldn't use it, so I had to use the M21 EBR, and because that's the closest thing to the SKS we have, because it's the same fire rate and about the same damage. So no, it doesn't have the same damage, but fire rate is slower. So I believe I got a nuke in this game right here with the on the SKS, and I forgot to put a scope on it because I forgot the SKS doesn't come with a scope. But I'll leave the builds at the end of the video for all the guns, and it'll be like a short little thing. So, and this gun is really good actually if you can hit all your shots, because it's a one-shot headshot, and you can land like sometimes one taps if your teammates have damaged them enough. Like, it's really good if you're like rushing a team and they're like missing their shots. If you like to jump shot or drop shot and you get a hit marker, you can quickly recover from this with this gun. But I wouldn't recommend using M21 EBR at all. When the SKS comes out, use SKS. It's much better because I've tested it on Battle Royale. I made half the video of Battle Royale, but like I couldn't do it in time because I wanted to record a video soon and make more videos because I've been posting lately because it took me like 2 weeks to make this video. And here's a nuke, and let's move on to number 7 on the list, which is the Locus and the DLQ. The Locus and DLQ are definitely the best snipers in the game. I don't care what anyone says about the Arctic or Outlaw. Outlaw is just too unreliable because the arms aren't one shot like the Locus and DLQ. And the Arctic 50 is only really good if you're going to be camping because its fire rate, its ADS speed is too slow. And its fire rate is pretty much the same thing as the Locus, so it's pretty much a slower Locus that one-shots everywhere. And I don't really like that, and especially since it doesn't have it's like the DLQ, which doesn't have how the DLQ doesn't have stipple grip tape. It does have attack laser, which is one of the most important attachments for a sniper. Attack laser in the smallest barrel, and the smallest stock, and barrel, and then stipple grip tape. But the DLQ recovers from that because combat stock actually gives it a 10% less instead of having skeleton stock, which only gives it 5%. So that's why it's number 7. But the number 5, number 5 is the Man of War. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate from this, but the Man of War just has too slow of a fire rate. It's a 3-shot kill and its long range damage is amazing, but its mobility is kind of not the greatest. I know it got a buff, but it's still not the best. And its bullets that it has only 25 rounds. It's still even after the buff, it's still not really my favorite. And its fire rate is it's almost as slow as a SKS or Echo, I believe, because the Echo has like a 43 or was it the SKS has 43, and this is a 50, so it was really not reliable at times. And I believe we're gonna move on to number 4 on the list. I think I missed one by accident, but I'm sorry. And number 4 on the list is a QXR. In my opinion, this is the second best SMG because it lacks the close range capability as the best SMG in the game, in my opinion. It's great mid range. It's definitely the best mid or long range SMG in the game because of its damage drop off isn't that much, but it's just not really good. And this is the best grenade throw of the year. Prove me wrong, bro. Like, look, I took the whole team off the cap just in time until that bot came in and destroyed it. But it's just not that good at close range as the best SMG in the game. So that's why it's only number 4, but it's still the second best SMG. The rest of the guns are going to be the best SMG and the best ARs in the game, so be prepared for that. And I kind of popped off in this gameplay here. And I couldn't record so many clips because of the time I had, because it took me 2 weeks just to record all this. And then the number 3 spot here goes to the isnt. The isnt is this, it's really good. It got a buff to the no stock and nerfed to, I think, its range, which doesn't really matter because you're not going to be using this at long range. You're going to be mostly using it at mid range, which it shines really. So you really just want to be using this at mid range. You don't want to rush it because it's kind of a slow and its recoil is a bit wonky. But if you learn to put the right attachments on it to control that recoil, which I have, it's really good because mostly the recoil is horizontal. So if you just put horizontal recoil controlling on it, you should be fine just controlling it vertically like regularly. And it's really, really good. And as you see in most of his clips, I was with the guy who had the Outlaw. He was getting so many hit markers and I felt so bad for him. Because I was shooting someone and they got a hit marker. And this is, in my opinion, the best SMG of the game. The number 2 spot on the list, the QQ9. The QQ9 has a very fast fire rate and a really good, well, not the best ammo capacity with the, the 10mm round reload. It's only 30 rounds, but it's very manageable at the range because the 3 round makes it pretty much like an AR hybrid. It's like a better version of the QXR when it has a 10mm round reload, but the QXR definitely has the ammo capacity better. But the QXR is just, in my opinion, the better because it's better for rushing. And the number 1 spot on the list, you could probably already tell, it's going to be the DRH. DRH is like, if the Man of War had, if the Man of War had a baby with like the QQ9. Its 3-shot potential is so good. Its mobility is super amazing, especially with the build I have. It's tap 4 taps and when it hit the legs and stuff, which that will affect you if you're not really accurate. But its mobility is what really makes it shine. Out of all the 3-shot assault rifles, this one definitely takes the cake for the best one because the Man of War struggles because it didn't have the mobility or the fire rate. The isnt struggles because it didn't have the mobility and the recoil control. The DRH has everything. Okay, it has recoil control, which is very manageable. Its mobility is amazing. Its fire rate is better than all of them. It's better than the AK-47, which has the same as the isnt. Its fire is very good. Its recoil control is very good. The only thing that's not the best about it is its accuracy. Which, with my build, it's... Oh my gosh, and this guy's kind of scared me because he jumped right in front of my Molotov. But really, it's kind of just best at everything, pretty much. It's better at anything that you put it against, okay? Unless you're long-ranging with the sniper, but that's who long-ranges against a sniper. That's not very smart. But it's just really good. And here are the loadouts. Here's Echo number 10. And then this is just all the loadouts. Then number 9, the BK-57. I mainly focus this one on recoil control and mostly for mid-range combat. Then we got the FFAR, which I told you was mainly made on recoil control and accuracy with a little bit of range with that monolithic suppressor and Ranger barrel. Then we got the SKS/M20ABR. I didn't have a build for it, so I had to build it right here. So I was debating whether I wanted to make it a quick scoping or not, and I needed to put a scope on it, and the muzzles, I didn't have it fully leveled up. So I had to do with what I got. In my opinion, the 3x scope is definitely the best one. And 3x scope B is probably the best one for me. How that kind of rhymed. And I mainly put skeletons in stock and instead of putting no stock because I don't think the SKS is going to have no stock. And I'm pretty sure it's going to have a high magazine because in Battle Royale it had like 30 rounds or something. And the recoil control of the bipod that you get is so good that it's immaculate. So these are the loadouts. This is for the Locus. This is your standard Locus build. Everyone knows this build. This is my DOQ build. I changed it up a bit here and then, but this is usually what I would be running. Mainly for ADS speed. In the Man of War, trust me, these attachments, it 3 taps at 40 meters. Okay, I tested it out in training mode. It 3 taps at 40 meters with this build. And the QXR loadout, this is from my QXR video that I made. The isnt, it's mainly built for mid-range combat. Like I said before, the light muzzle brake really helps with that horizontal recoil, and so does the marksman barrel. The QQ9 is it's a different story because the attachments are kind of weird, but trust me, it's really, really good. I mainly focus it on the close to mid-range combat, so I have the no stock for the sleight of hand to give me that close range, and the rest for the mid-range with the Mark IV gear for the hip fire accuracy. And then here's the DRH build. This is one I use forever. It's definitely the best DRH build you can get. Trust me. Trust me, it's just the best. And thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe, like for more, and comment what you think favorite gun is. Thank you very much.